SVW Podcast.
It's that time of the week again.
You all ready? Donkey, you got anything for us?
Shit, man. I'm back. I wasn't here last week.
First word is a curse. Love it.
Yeah, love that.
Coming out swinging.
Coming out swinging hard. Y'all heard that new Dave Blunts?
Okay, you know what? Welcome to the SVW Podcast. My name is Roman. I'm here, as always, with Heck,
Yep.
Woody,
Yes, sir.
and Gunky.
What's up?
We've got a huge pod for you guys this week. We're going to talk CM Punk's favor. What could it be? We're going to talk New Day breakup. And, of course, we're going to talk about Survivor Series. And we're going to get into that right now.
Well, before we get into anything else, I'm just going to throw this out there. First, I want to apologize to everyone. I'm obviously under the weather. My voice sounds like garbage. And I know you guys are used to that soothing, beautiful tone that I have on a regular basis. So this is going to be a downfall here. What I'm going to ask in return, sometimes people...
Super congested.
Sometimes people are like, oh, you're sick, and I send you something, make you chicken soup, you know? What I'm going to ask in return, if you think, hey, I want to make Woody feel a little better, if you're listening to this podcast right now, pause it for 1 second. Go ahead and head down, give the 5-star review. Give us a little 5-star review. Refer it to a friend. Send this to someone you know that likes wrestling.
That'll make Woody feel better.
That'll make me feel better. I guess I'm under the weather. Bring me back up by giving this to someone that you know. Give them the gift. It's a holiday season, right?
SVW Podcast.
Give them the gift of wrestling talk.
His primary physician actually prescribed him just good feedback. So it will make him legitimately better.
Take
that's
2 5-stars and call me in the morning.
And that is the
Take 2 5-stars.
that is the second most important PCP in my life too. My primary care physician.
So yeah, about the Survivor Series.
Woody
Going out
known
there, you know, just-
wethead.
Before we really get into, like, I was like thinking about this. I want next year to go back to Raw versus SmackDown. Like, we keep getting War Games, and like it's cool, but like it's starting to lose the specialness of it.
Oh, definitely.
And I enjoyed the build up to it, and then like, you know what I mean, like people trying to get on the team and whoever the captain is trying to recruit people. I enjoyed that back in the day, the old Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series days.
As long as it makes sense, as long as it means something. I hated when they were just like, your team Raw and your team SmackDown, and you're like, yeah, go Raw. And like
you're the B show. No,
suddenly
the B
people
show.
are just like wearing Raw shirts.
Yeah.
Like you're like this like rah like for their Go Team Go for their
corny.
brand, which made no sense to me. It's not like there wasn't an incentive.
Like two guys on the team. Like, y'all were beefing last week. What do you mean?
And what really doesn't make sense is like them like invading the other show and like beating them up backstage. Like, why do you guys care this much? It's just like, why can't it just be the Triple H is like, you know what? I'm just gonna put like the champions against each other, and then like 2 teams of like the best superstars who aren't champions have to go against each other.
Fuck that. I like that shit.
Well, no, so go Raw SmackDown, fine, but make it like a real. Hey, each member will get $10,000, and each surviving member will get
TKO
another.
bonus.
Yeah, and each surviving member, if you don't get eliminated, you get an extra $10,000. Like ready to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So just like you got there's going to be infighting. Well, like I don't want to go. I'm not going to get tagged in. I don't even want to get eliminated.
Right.
I'm trying to make $20,000 right now. You know what I mean? So we got like a little, just like a real life stipulation. If every wrestler was working for an extra 10 G's, you're gonna see them fucking go at it.
Yeah.
And then maybe get NXT involved like the one year.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're not giving those kids 10 G's.
NXT's not, well, yeah.
They're
That's
gonna
like
retire.
The
I think there's room for all of it. I think they could do a War Games match at the end, and then they could do a traditional Survivor Series like in the middle.
Just the War Games has to make sense. You can't that's what's my issue with this War Games is that they were pushing so hard to make it into a War Games match. That they had to like bring extra people to make it like if the War Games match, let it present itself.
It should have just been 4-4. Like CM Punk and
like
Bronson
the original War Games
or
match.
it should have been Bronson and Seth. Like Punk being brought. Like I don't know. Well, I guess there's this whole favor like we were just talking about. So it kind of does like they're doing something here. So I get it.
It feels forced though.
Yeah.
That was my issue with it.
It's just Bronson. Why? Okay, what was Bronson's incentive? Like, why did Bronson jump off the top of the cage to kill Roman Reigns? Like, why does he care?
He just loves. It was those tsunami people, you know.
And he broke.
I guess, but
broke his ankle or
bro,
something?
did you see?
Because he landed like foot first, and then
he did not learn from
like
Adam Copeland.
Copeland. Yeah, same
Did
kind of thing. Like
you see
land on
them-
your feet and then kind of plop onto the table,
Did you see them zoom in?
Yeah.
and you see it just
My God, bro! His ankle
It looked
literally
like
wobbled. It like
snap into a Slim Jim.
it looked like a kid's straw.
Yeah.
Like that bendy part.
Oh, yeah,
oh
yeah.
my God!
Like that ain't right. That's not what ankles do.
No, that is
I've
not
seen
what
ankles.
ankles do.
They don't do that.
They don't bend that way.
That is
Yeah,
not
I'd like to see
at
that
all
back.
ankles.
Kind of because like war games like felt like a monumentous thing for a while. It's like, oh shit, like it's war games. Fuck, like this is some serious fucking beef. And then it's just like, and then it was the same team. Like you know what I mean? Like Bloodline last year, Bloodline this year.
Yeah, like running back war games with
Or
the
it's
same
gonna be
team
Bloodline
is
again
weird.
next year, and it's gonna be like Zilla, Tamiko, Hikuleo. Doesn't Jacob Fatu got a brother now too? Like that's
Jeremy
out there?
Fatu.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Fatu. You know what I mean? Like just like another generation of the Rock's. Just like, yep, family, I got you. Cash them checks,
Just
daddies.
start making up names too. It's like
The Samoan Shadow.
Tiza Tonga, Lala Ali.
La La Lee. That's my favorite one.
That's pretty good.
The women's though, the fucking, excuse my language, toilet seat. Like I wrote a whole blog on this thing. That's how like it pissed me off so much. There's like certain shit that you just like make sense under the ring, and like why is there a toilet seat under there? It's like I know like talent, and I know there's a guy.
Yo, people be shitting
Like
though.
there's a guy under the ring like watching a
Skibbity
monitor
toilet
and shit like that. I'm like, why? Like, right? You know what I mean? Like they pee in a bottle and shit in just the toilet seat, like over a bucket.
It's a Home Depot 5-gallon bucket and a toilet seat. That's your.
Like the chairs make sense, tables, ladders, got it. Even the toolbox, I'll give it. Makes
That's what
sense.
I was
Maybe I
gonna
gotta tighten
say.
something up.
I always thought it was like stuff they grabbed from like
Right.
the storage closet.
I even
or
complained
whatever.
about kendo sticks. Cause like, what is it? Like an armory under there? Like, why is a kendo stick?
Because they
just happen to
train
be
train
under
with
the ring?
them before. You know, I actually you want to break it down, man. Chairs and tables, they make no sense under there. They don't
Storage.
use those. No, they don't use those tables
anywhere.
ever.
Yeah, it's true.
It is
So
true. That is
and like,
true.
oh, we maybe use them for the catering. Hey, where's the extra tables? Oh, we put them all the way out in the ring.
All the way out under the ring.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they would just grab stuff from
The
like,
lights
around
go
the
off.
arena
You
and they
see
like
two
threw it under there.
backstage guys run out, grab an extra table. Like,
I would-
Or like,
I
or
wanna
like
see-
Triple H's sledgehammer. It's like, what the fuck were they doing with that? That's
Right,
for like
right.
actual construction. Like,
I want to see in the middle of a
demolition.
match, like two guys from backstage come out, grab a table, and be like, "Oh no, there's craft services.
they
had-
had extra.
We got a
hoagie
new,
bites.
we got a Liberty Kitchens putting a hoagie platter out here. We got to give them a table.
Right, yeah.
So you guys go on with your match. Go on, pretend like we're not here. We're
I
grabbing
saw,
a few chairs too.
Nia Jax was complaining because her terrible chair shots.
Oh,
my
Hogan
God.
S.
She was about to hit Naomi in the head, and it was like, nope, tap.
Yeah,
I
That
saw-
was hard. But she was like, people get mad when I like go hard because I hurt people, and now when I'm trying to be safe, people are complaining.
no, people get mad because she sucks at wrestling.
Yeah, there's a happy median that a pro knows.
Well, I saw that. I think both of them were wrong in that situation because Naomi should have given up her back. She was standing there straight up.
Yeah.
And you can't do headshots. So
Naomi
it's like,
thought
how
it
is
was
she
like
gonna?
1998
And she's
again.
already cocked
Yeah.
back. It's like, how are you
and
gonna?
Naomi put her hands like over her
Yeah,
face.
how are you gonna? She can't come back from that, so she has to do something corny. But then Nia fucks that whole argument up because then she goes over to I think it was Bailey,
yeah.
and she fucking gives the same exact type
Tap.
of chair shot when her back is completely open. So Naomi could have just given her back completely up; it would have been the same bullshit. But
Hey,
they
yo,
were
yeah,
both
Naomi, give that back up.
Yeah. Watching Nia Jax blow
it's a
that
lot of
back
back.
out.
Okay, all right.
Oh my God, Rhea Ripley. If that wasn't like a BDSM like gold standard, that was so hot. Her mask, and then the camera guy like had the perfect angle where she was like in the cage and like kind of leaning over, and like the cleavage was just. Oh,
Yo,
God.
that's getting all hot.
Yeah.
What's happening right now?
Heck got lost in the sauce.
Let me get a hold of this podcast. We're actually dreams away all
Oh,
day.
man.
What did you guys think about the World Heavyweight Championship match? Gunther and Damian Priest.
it was
Alright.
boring.
It was good.
It was Gunther, so it was boring. You heard
Yeah,
it. Yep.
it's-
I stand by. I love watching Damian Priest wrestle. It's fun to me. His character, the way he sells, and like you know what I mean, just kind of moves and does everything. Like it's
Yeah,
fun.
but-
It's
yeah.
exciting. Gunther's such a slow pace worker, and like I get it, it's technically, you know what I mean, methodical, but like it's boring.
I don't even think it's boring because of Gunther. It was just boring because we saw it before. It's like and it's like we know. I mean, I guess we don't know that Gunther's gonna win, but like we knew Gunther wasn't gonna lose it. Like
I don't know, the way they were like portraying Damian Priest going into it, like
It seemed like he was going to have the upper
right,
hand.
the Streets was gonna win. You know?
exactly.
But
So,
also, then why was Finn Balor involved?
But yeah, he hit him with that like coup de grace on the outside. Like they were like talking shit because like he keeps wanting to be in the title picture, but like they've defended their tag titles twice. And they always snake their way out of it. So I guess that's why Adam Pearce on like Raw was like, yeah, like you want that match, like you get that match, but we're also going to talk about your tag match because you always seem to finagle a way out of it. And
It's been a huge issue just with titles in general right now.
Yeah, it's either
no one's defending titles.
I feel like it's
anymore.
one way or the other. There's no like middle ground on them.
Cody doesn't defend his title anymore.
No, he wasn't even on this pay-per-view.
Good.
he got a fucking.
But I did love that Gunther hit the shit out of Finn Balor after he hit Damian with the coup de grace. Like after, like, yo, bro, I don't need your fucking help. Keep your fucking mind your business. Stay out of it. But then it also sets up some LTST. Like, you know what I mean?
Shout out LTST.
Down the story, he wants that. Finn Balor wants that beef. Well, he got it now. Throw it on the grill. Ketchup, mayo, salt, pepper.
You know what? That is
The beef?
he does not look like
Yeah.
someone who eats that. Finn Balor. You don't get abs like that eating beef.
No, it's true. You really don't. You really
All
don't.
he eats is chicken and rice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
for
eats,
real.
he eats air, hope, dreams.
How about the Intercontinental Championship triple threat?
This was a fun
Yeah.
match, at least.
It was very fun,
Yeah.
and Braun Breaker is a monster, and and boy did he show off his fucking just beastly abilities this match. Dude, some of those, like, I don't know, like, he was just trending all over Twitter because of like the spear he hit where he jumped over Sheamus and hit Ludwig with that shit. Bro, he was just he hit a crazy shoulder block on Ludwig, which was just like the best shoulder block I've ever seen ever.
Also, like, respect for Ludwig Kaiser. He's a great third person in this
right,
match.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
I was
for
gonna
sure.
say he's like a good, solid, like believable. You know what I mean? Like if he pulled something out, wouldn't be the craziest thing. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like he sells well. He just his character. I mean, he's as solid as Gunky at a midget burlesque show. He's as solid as Sheamus's shillelagh on
Right.
St. Patrick's Day.
Hi, Shillelagh.
That's true.
He is. He is solid. He is solid.
And he's in great shape, and he gets to bang Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, man.
That guy's winning.
Right there.
I wanted Sheamus to win. I think he's missing that belt, and then he would.
Yeah.
They-
That's what we predicted
They
last week.
just keep teasing it.
Yeah, because it's like believable that he's there,
Yeah.
and like if he did pull it out, especially without Braun having to take the pin, it protects him in a three-way match.
Right.
But yeah, I was rooting for Sheamus. You know,
No, for sure. We
That
all
could
wanted
be,
him to get that last belt.
That could be a sick Mania moment, honestly.
because he's just like one of those like
Maybe.
guys. I mean, I know
I don't know if
Gunky hates that they. I mean, Woody hates that they do that. You know what I mean? Like, oh Jay, like you've been here long enough. Here goes a little belt run. Here, Sheamus, you've been here doing good work. Here goes your little. But like, I'm not mad about it.
At least Sheamus is a believable champion. If he gets a mid card belt, it's like at the end of the day, he's a monster.
Yeah.
He's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
legitimately always been that guy since he joined the company. It's just like, yo, you can throw any belt on this guy. You go,
I was
yo, you
watching,
need
like,
somebody in the tag division, throw him in there. You
I was
need a
watching like
mid-carder,
the
boom.
Christmas special on like Peacock. You know, it's like the Christmas moments in wrestling. And I forgot how long this guy's been around.
A long time.
Forever.
Yeah.
And he has like right to be angry all the time because he's like, 7 foot tall, pale ginger. Like life's got to be tough.
Yeah.
He can't go out in the sun.
When the lights hit him,
Yeah.
when he comes out, like he just disappears.
Oh, that's my favorite. When they do that thing, he's like, ah! And then he's like, it's just a white, like, it's so good. I love
Dude, he's
that.
translucent.
White noise.
Yeah, he is. He's
It's-
definitely
it's-
translucent.
He's soulless. It's got to be. It's a rough life. I understand him. Like he can have.
But he
some
always puts on like a
vengeance him.
solid match. Like when we went to, was it Raw 30? What do they call the bar fights? With like
the bar.
Oh,
The
Jesus
Donnybrook.
Christ.
Donnybrook.
Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Dolly-
Like that was like the funnest
whatever
match
the fuck.
that night, and that like kicked off the show and shit. Like,
Yeah. And then, obviously, before we move on, we have to talk about the new United States champion, Shinsuke Nakamura, who defeated LA Knight.
My man is in his villain arc. I'm fucking loving it. It's so cool. Like, I hated the song at first, just because, we like to sing along. But, like, if he's going full, like, Ronin, samurai
You can't
heel,
sing along to heels.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Type. Last time they just changed you had somebody singing in Japanese,
Yeah.
so that fans couldn't sing along. Now it's just very like dark and ominous, like the red rising sun in the background. Like that was pretty fucking cool.
No,
he deserves it. My
The
man's a
entrance
goat.
is sick.
I wrote a whole blog about it. Check it out on our website. You know what I mean?
Dude, Nakamura is great, and it's good for him to have that. And we were talking about LA Knight's better with it on a chase.
To Amora.
Yeah, then Nakamura just like he deserves this because if you don't know how great he is, maybe you'll find out now. Maybe they can give him a good little run and like
they should have gave him that 2018 over AJ.
Biggest mistake.
Well, it's just like this guy's never been a world champion in WWE.
Yeah, and he
so
never
it's like
will
I'm
be.
not. Yeah, you could throw any mid card title on him at any point, and I'm like, okay, word, because he's never been the world champion.
Yeah, and
It's
he'll never. It's just the reality of it. He'll never be the world
He's
champion.
not going to at this point.
Just because of like the talent, the people that have been brought in. There's definitely gonna be people.
I wouldn't write it off. I could see him. I don't think
I
he's gonna
would.
hold the title Cody has right now, but I could see him holding that world. It's not too far fetched.
Nah, there's people that are gonna be
It's
pushed
sweet of
above
you.
him.
Yeah, it's sweet of you to have that
I
kind of hope
appreciate
and
that.
dreams,
'Cause
but like
I like
that's not
Nakamura,
happening.
too. Yeah,
I'd love it to. I'd love it
Listen,
to, but it's not.
If this guy stays
charismatic Michael Jackson.
if he just stays long enough and then it's like his retirement, you know what I mean? Like
people thought he was gonna get cut, like one of the last round of cuts and all.
Yeah,
But
I
like
did see
apparently
that
like
going around.
he loves being in the United States and just like apparently like surfing, I believe. Like
Yeah,
he just
he's a
loves
big
like
surfer.
just chilling out and surfing. Like
that
I get it.
That
Cool,
kind of
whatever.
goes against his whole
As long as he
super
gets like a
evil.
check. Right. I mean,
I've never
what?
seen an evil dude surfing.
Why not? You know?
You ever seen Point Break?
Point
Oh,
Break.
that
That's
is
what I was
true.
thinking
No,
about.
totally,
That's
you're totally
it. I was
right.
thinking about
Yeah.
what
You're
movie.
totally
I was
right.
like,
Those
yeah.
dudes like were robbing banks and shit,
You're
man.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
they
feel like
were
LA
surfing,
Knight was
yeah.
just getting like boring. And I love LA Knight.
It
But
was
he's
starting to
better-
get stale.
better in the
So
chase.
it was starting to get stale.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think he needs to be in a different title pick. I think he needs to be gunning for that world championship.
There you go. I was gonna say. I think
Yes.
that's the perfect guy to
Totally
go. Just
agree.
like rocking him right to the top of the
So
card.
that's how
Have
you
him,
take the belt off him. Because I was like, what happened with the whole like Andrade and Carmelo? Like they had like 12 matches to like opportunity to get to see who challenges LA Knight and like
Nakamura's
nothing.
like, I got this.
yeah, right. He just came back 3 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
like, you know,
No, but I am happy. Nakamura needed something
yeah.
more than LA Knight needed to like keep his championship. Like
Right. Like you said, like what do you say? Like you gotta like remind people why Nakamura
Well, yeah,
is.
because you can't just keep bringing him back just to lose. Like you come back, spits in Cody's faces, and then
Like
jobs.
I said, it's the
you know?
first time he's won in like years.
Yeah, nobody.
Even when he
and
was,
nobody
like,
thought
the-
it was going to happen.
Even when he
which
had the
is-
tag title with Rick Boogs.
Oh yeah, that was
it
fucking
was like
insane.
fun and funny, but like I mean, like it wasn't like
It's like, what was that?
unbelievable.
Yeah, I
tag
forgot
team.
that he had a tag team title. And I
Yeah.
looked it up and I was like, what?
It was
I
Rick
was like, oh,
Boogs.
yeah, that's so wild.
It was
Rick
like
Boogs
Buff,
played the guitar for
I
him.
like Fugs, man. Yeah,
Buff. What's his from Queen? Freddie Mercury.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's like Buff Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, that's unreal. That's unreal. So overall, what do you guys think Survivor Series wise?
Pretty.
I think it was solid. I'd give it a
I mean, you didn't.
A minus.
Yeah,
Wow, that seems way too high for me.
Really?
I'd give it
I
an
thought
A
it was
minus.
super mid.
I think both of
Really?
the War
Yeah.
Games matches were underwhelming.
Yep.
I think everything in between was pretty decent. Pretty sick. So I would give it like a C.
That's where I'm like nothing.
A C.
Nothing
Wow.
blew me away. There wasn't a single thing. I was like, holy shit! Can you imagine? Can you believe they just did that? No, it was like, oh, okay.
The women's match had like some good moments. I mean, obviously we talked about like
But it
the
was
bad
super
chair
botchy.
shots and
It
shit.
was super
You know what I
botchy
mean?
still too.
But like we got like EO with her, afterwards. It was funny too. Like she was
Oh,
talking about
God.
like, how do you do it? She's like, I just put the trash can on and
It's dark.
you can't. It's dark and I just trust the trash can.
Yeah, I
like
trust the trash can.
apparently
trust
like
the
she was
trash
like
can.
had everybody cracking up because like they were asking like stupid questions.
Well, it's also the whole. I could never get behind the women's war game because it makes no sense. that team was just like the most random. Like you, and you. Come on, against.
Well, you're hurt.
guys.
You're out.
Okay.
So we'll throw you in here.
But you know what a good problem is to have on a pay-per-view, like for like predicting the future. Your two mid-card title matches blow all the other matches out of the water. It's like that's always a great sign. It's like that means that your under talent is going to be fucking amazing in a couple years. And it's like Ludwig Kaiser, Braun Breaker. Well, I mean Shinsuke and LA are obviously kind of older guys anyway. But
they're hitting like WCW 1996 vibes right now. Where the mid card is actually the upper card.
Upper card, yeah.
Well,
it's a little different because it shouldn't be that way.
You're right. You're right. It's not as good. You're right. And you said it, and I agree with you.
You heard it here first.
I agree
guys.
with you. It's not as good as 96 WCW.
It's only the match quality right now in this particular pay-per-view that these mid-card title matches just blew everything else out of the water.
Yeah,
that triple
I stand
threat
by
and
A minus B plus. It was like right there, solid A.
Let's give you a B plus. Let's drop A out of the conversation. I'll tell you what, if you go B plus, I'll go C plus.
The mid card
I'll go
did
C plus.
the
We'll be
mid
in the
card,
middle.
like you guys said, the mid card did so well that like the two War Games matches. Oh, you're wrong. We didn't get like a crazy appearance or nothing like crazy, like blew the roof off.
Right.
But they were still solid matches, even with some of the botches and like the toilet seat and shit like that. So yeah.
So I like
I
really.
think you
good
guys are just being haters.
I like really good stories, and I don't think they told really
What he
good
said at the
stories.
beginning of this, he was just gonna disagree with everything. So
I did not say that.
I think an A is ridiculous. I see what you mean by B though.
Yeah.
I think B makes sense.
yeah,
B is
I just
fair.
A is
I-
kind of crazy though.
I love really good stories, and I think they failed on a lot of. They pushed a lot of stories that were just like, this is the story we want to tell, not the story that makes sense. And I don't like when they do that.
so like what?
Like Bronson Reed for one was just like that makes no sense. That just then like we pushed this here because we thought it looked cool.
I mean, if
And then
if
you're
Seth
like-
Rollins was in there, then it would have. Would you still have the same gripe about Bronson being in there?
Yes, because it still made no sense. And also then the whole CM Punk of it all is like, oh,
LTST.
The CM
LTSD?
Punk of it all.
LTSD. So we're going to go back. So why are Heyman and CM Punk talking to each other right now?
Because they've always been close friends.
But
even,
what about
even
how-
though they put the relationship on the back burner because he had to like be the wise man for the tribal chief.
But
There was
no,
always that
let's-
love there.
Let's go all the way back. Let's go all the way back to the last time they were in the ring together. Was Paul Heyman turning on CM Punk?
After he tried to protect him,
Paul Heyman,
he was like, "Please, just get out of the ring." Like,
Curtis Axel,
just leave.
Curtis Axel holding CM Punk back, so that Paul
Well,
Heyman could
that
hit
wasn't
him
the
with
last
the
time
kid.
they were in the ring because then there was when
That was the last time when they were together. That's what
okay.
happened. That's what happened at the end of their run together.
well Curtis Axel doesn't exist, so that moment doesn't exist either.
Curtis Axel is a
B
second
plus.
generation, the perfect
B team.
Mr. Perfect Jr. You know what I mean?
Maybe Bo
That's-
Dallas.
Yeah,
B
Bo
team.
Dallas is getting a little resurgence, bro. Fucking sign Curtis Axel back.
Why not?
Listen, Triple H, if
Also-
you're watching, which we know you are,
Curtis Axel, he's still in the Royal Rumble. He was never
Yeah, he was
eliminated.
never eliminated.
from that one
Never
Royal Rumble,
eliminated.
2014.
he's still going.
He's still.
He's still going.
No, you know what that happened, though, right? They did. They ended up later that year. Somebody threw him over the top rope and he got eliminated.
I still think.
But then he still should have won because he was the last one to get
I get,
thrown
or
out.
you
Give
can
him a title
argue that
shot.
the aprons didn't say Royal Rumble, so until the aprons were Royal Rumble again, then
I just
That's
if
true.
if he comes back, his first match, his title shot that he earned. That's all.
I mean,
Bring it
listen,
back
It's
for Mania.
Curtis
Choked
Axel.
out by Gunther.
We'll see. Who knows? Maybe that's the Mania moment. You never know. Well, listen, speaking of CM Punk,
Do
obviously.
we have to?
Oh, God, here we go. He had a big moment on Raw, and he asked Paul Heyman for a mysterious favor.
Ugh.
And this is our question of the week, guys. So if you guys are listening, please let us know in the comments. Come in the shop and talk to us about this. Let us know what you guys think CM Punk asked Paul Heyman for.
If you can't come down and tell us in person, film yourself real quick and send us a DM.
Yes, that too.
Because we're gonna cut together a bunch of videos
Yeah.
of everyone in the shop here, so we'll take
Yeah.
yours from the house.
cut a little.
He
promo
wants
for us.
him to talk to AJ Lee and get her to sign back so she can come back at WrestleMania. That's my prediction.
Wow, you think he's doing something not for himself?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If one person is,
that'd be the
or
first
two
time
people
ever.
is Larry and AJ, then
Are
he would
we-
do something.
Are
for
we
her.
all making predictions here on what it is?
Oh, do you
Yeah.
have one?
I kind of have one.
Oh yeah, lay it on.
Let
me.
us hear it.
I'd love to hear it.
Oh, okay. I think he's just gonna keep it around in case he needs like a ride to the arena one day, and like maybe his car breaks down.
Oh,
or
like
something.
in like it was an All In London when no
Yeah,
one picked him up and
exactly.
he had to
Exactly.
take the tube.
He had bad transportation issues, and so he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep this favor just in case. And so like one day, Paul Heyman's gonna get a call. He's like already on his way to the arena. He's like, hey, you gotta spin the block. Like you gotta come pick me up. He's like, all right.
Or the plane seats.
Oh.
Paul Heyman might have a first class. CM Punk might have a coach seat, and he's like,
And
yo,
you imagine Paul Heyman flying coach?
cashing in.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
He would
I'd never have.
Remember
it.
that favor?
Yeah.
So
I'm
you guys
cashing
think
in.
this is only for practical use? It says no deal with the storytelling at all. It's just in case he needs a ride or a plane seat or something like that.
Well, I
Like he forgets his
personally,
wallet. He's like, yo, can you spot me a meal?
You lend me 10.
This one's on you, right?
so I have a theory as well, and I think it's been well documented that he is out, dipping his Pin and Company ink left and right in the NXT department. Look at
Let him go.
every single photo of him with like 3 of the girls from NXT around his arms. It's like, oh, I'm sure you're training with him real hard, getting a nice sweat.
Trying to
working.
train with them real hard, too.
Yeah.
1,000
Wow.
bottles of baby oil.
And at this
CM Punk's
point,
Chicago residency.
yeah, the CM Punk freak off NXT is the news pay per view.
Okay.
But
all right.
at this point, he's gone too far. It's too far out there, and it's going to get back to AJ Lee. And so he needs the wise man himself to find a way around to cover up this affair for him.
No, I saw somebody post that because now that Drew McIntyre's back, he might align with like Seth Rollins because they both kind of like are like lone gunmen essentially right now. So like they team up.
There's a third, too.
What? Who?
Kevin Owens.
Right. Yeah. So like he's gonna need some backup down the line. So it's gonna be like Roman Reigns is like you see him throughout the match that you know what I mean. Like I didn't want to work with you. You see their chemistry in the cage where you know what I mean. They literally look like.
Oh,
Dude, stay
that
the fuck away
fucking,
from me.
the amount of times
kept
I had
cutting
to
each other
see
off.
that picture of the two of them, Athwart in the cage.
It's become like a meme now.
Yeah,
With the
it's
arm.
just-
Yeah.
Yeah. But like it's gonna be something to that with Seth Rollins involved. It's gonna be something like that with Seth Rollins, and then him needing like some backup or him to handle something so that he can focus on one or the other.
Because it probably makes more sense that it is
Or so you might see,
storyline
like-
based.
But
You're probably
I don't.
right.
Yeah, because I'm like
yeah,
I'm
I was going to
confused
say,
to the-
thank you, Heck, for a real prediction. Not that he's doing
All right.
the freak off.
CM Punk's favor is like, yo, don't ever bring Brock Lesnar back, please, Paul Heyman, because that will just only dwindle my main event WrestleMania
Chances even more.
opportunities even more. Because every
Is
time
it-
that fucker comes back, he main events against Roman.
Wait, isn't
Sure.
Brock Lesnar just everything CM Punk wanted to be? He's just like,
Yeah.
like a multi-time champion.
I
Yeah,
want to
UFC.
fight MMA.
Or MMA. Yes,
WrestleMania main event, great Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman
Beat
guy.
the streak.
Well, on Raw, didn't CM Punk like point to where like how you would point like for WrestleMania, like he pointed to. So it's got to be something
it wasn't there.
WrestleMania
It's not- we're not-
related.
we're not on the
Because he was
road
like, "Oh,
yet.
you see it? I see it." So but like, I don't know how Roman Reigns ends up playing back into it in the favor wise, just because like he still didn't get the Ulafala back. Like, so
the
the same thing with
necklace.
like the women's, like the great I have with the women's is like, is Liv took got pinned by Rhea, but they still got beef, right? They she still has the title. It's not done.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
did War Games progress in that and
Nothing.
just gave her a win?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? And the same thing with like Roman Reigns and Solo. Like, it was literally paint. Yeah, okay. So yeah, so I'll make sure I legit drop it from an A- to a B+.
Thank you.
So now I'm thinking it was like
we're
cut,
gonna get you
it
to a
was-
C by the end of
it
this.
was
all
like
we wanted.
It was like definitely like cut and paste. You know what I mean? Like the two main that were beefing. You know what I mean? Got pinned. Roman got his back on Solo. Rhea got hers back on Liv. It was like kind of the obvious.
Yay, the good guys won.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck? When are the like?
So like the belts, Rhea didn't
when
get
are
her
the
belt
heels just
back.
gonna like whoop ass?
Roman Reigns
Like-
didn't get the Ulafala back. Like we didn't get the Rock. The way they ended, like at our watch party, everybody was pissed because they ended like we thought the Rock would come out or something, and they kept teasing it and like dragging it out, and they went to the front of the ramp, turned around again. You know what I mean? Like a whole
Right,
thing.
yeah.
We were like, oh, the Rock's gonna come out. Nothing.
I'd love to just continue on the thread we've been going here and just say, fuck The Rock. Oh, my God. Like,
Wait, what? When did we
because-
go on this?
What
No.
are you talking about?
because he ruined Bad Blood by coming out and having this 10-second thing. They had to move the promo, the match that was the Rock match, the Roman match to the headlining match, just so it made sense for The Rock to come out at the very end. When that was actually CM Punk and Drew McIntyre should have been the headlining match there.
Yes.
Baddest
So,
blood.
For sure.
and now he doesn't come out here, so he's ruining another inning of one
like
for people.
at our watch party, like everybody was like pissed.
And like
he
that's
didn't come
that's
out.
the
They
reason
rioted.
I'm not gonna go see Moana 2. Fuck you, Maui. Not my Maui.
What about Red One?
Oh man, Oof.
Red One.
I'm like everyone else who hasn't seen it. I'm just gonna continue not seeing it.
I heard that was a blockbuster film of the year.
Listen, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling's
You know they call it
J.K.
Red
Simmons. Good guy.
J.K.
There.
Simmons,
J.K.
not
Simmons.
J.K.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
know why they call it Red One? Because it stayed in the red. They didn't make any fucking profits off that shit.
They
Okay.
spent $30 million to make it and made $1 million.
It was $200 million to make it. Made,
Something like
yeah,
that,
Made like 38, right?
yeah.
Well,
The
look.
Rock sucks.
Is there any? Do we have any other real predictions for CM Punk? His
I mean,
favorite?
it definitely. I feel like it has that, or like.
So-
Well, Paul Heyman holds no authority in WWE right now. He can't make any matches for
But-
him. He's not a he's not a manager.
But the
He's-
wise man was always able to manipulate and connive and like make something happen, even though he
Sure.
doesn't have the power and the authority. He was always figured something out and like made something happen in somebody's.
Right. But that's what I was.
but
That's
it-
kind of what I was thinking
but
too,
he-
because he's not. Yes, he's not authority, but he does have the ear of maybe management, or he
Yeah,
can
yeah,
swindle his
Triple
way
H
into
or-
making
yeah.
something happen.
I hear all that, but the only way he was really able to finagle all that shit was because Roman held literally every single belt and was like he was able to be like, nah, Roman's not gonna come into like it wasn't real. He wasn't really doing much finesse. In fact, Adam Pearce was like on his ass, like trying to get like Roman to defend as
do
much
they
as
make-
possible.
So you're
Paulie
assuming
Dangerously gonna
that
get on the phone.
that Roman Reigns is going to be involved in the favor somehow.
It's gonna piss him off or something, probably.
In
Feels
some way,
like
even
it.
if he's not directly like, oh, I need Roman Reigns to back me up. I need you to talk to him and tell him to like have my back and take care of Drew so I can fight Seth. Whatever. But yeah, like Gunky was saying, like it's definitely like gonna be involved, maybe indirectly, where it's like, oh, like he wants you to go manage CM Punk full time and leave the tribal chief. Or like it's like on the road to WrestleMania, like no, you don't worry about him. You don't worry about Roman. You worry about me and help me get to where I need to be at.
Or like what if like here's I'm just fantasy booking. Like what if like CM Punk's like, all right, I need the wise man for a match. This is a big match. This is my world heavyweight
that's what I
championship
mean.
match against Gunther, right? Boom, boom, boom. The match is happening, and Roman needs Heyman
The
later
wise
that
man,
night. Like
and he
he's
can't. Yep.
going
Yeah,
against
yeah.
Solo 1-on-1, and this
Interesting.
match decides
Interesting.
if Roman gets to go in the Rumble or something like that, right? Boom, boom, boom. In CM Punk's match before Roman's match, Paul Heyman gets taken out. Oh, like accidentally gets hit. Like
you shouldn't
know
have
what I
been
mean?
there in the first
Yeah,
place.
and then Roman doesn't have anybody in his corner. You know what I mean? And like, you know what I mean? It's just something like that. It's like oh, like CM Punk, and he's like, why did you put my wise man in like harm's way? And then that leads up to Roman Punk, which is like obviously
and then Brock Lesnar comes back, and then we get
F5's both of them.
the Heyman
No.
guys, and then that's where
Stop
Curtis
it.
Axel comes back. We
Maybe.
get Curtis Axel,
And
Brock
Ryback,
Lesnar,
Ryback,
CM Punk.
Ryback and Curtis Axel.
Big
yeah.
Show, Big Show. For you
Yeah.
forgetting
Can't
about
we
Big
just,
Show?
like-
Who's he managing in ECW again?
Can we just-
everybody?
Yeah.
Can we just paint the Brock Lesnar tattoos on a Ryback and bring him back? And
Frankly,
Feed him
Well,
more.
no,
Feed
if
him more.
Ryback comes back, Goldberg's gonna retire him. Or,
Oh,
or
yeah,
no,
right,
Ryback will retire Goldberg.
yeah. Hopefully,
hope
hopefully
they
he'll
retire each other.
So yeah,
I
guys,
was gonna say, can we have a match where everyone loses?
if you guys got some theories and some, you know what I mean, some takes on that, like what he said, like yeah, shoot us a little video,
Yes.
like set it up. We'll get you on the Instagram, all that fun stuff. Get you included in this stuff.
Yeah, or
Let us
come
know
down
what
to
you
the
guys
shop.
think.
Yeah, or come down to the shop and ask one of us, talk to us about it, comment down below, you know. But look, speaking of Raw, there was a celebration, New Day, 10-year celebration.
Oof, what
It's a new
celebration.
day. Yes, it
And
is.
things,
What a
yeah,
celebration
boy,
it
is it a
was.
new day.
I was going to say, things did not go well.
Want something?
Does anyone have a strong take on this? Because I do.
Go ahead.
I would say, Thank God. Thank God they kicked that good for nothing, fucking
Whoa.
do nothing piece of shit out of the New Day. Yo, I'm sorry, your neck broke. First of all, I agree with them. Stone Cold, we forgot Tommaso Ciampa, Hurricane. They chimed in on social
Angle.
media, but they chimed in on social
Roger
media
Strong,
saying
neck
we did
strong.
too. Yeah, neck strong. Big E, he's not neck strong. He can't take you on. Also, this whole time,
I'll take you on.
you're out there worrying about your career, right? You're doing your desk job. You're doing this. You're spending time with your girl, who apparently isn't a great cook. That's what they said.
Xavier was like,
Let's touch on that.
And this whole, you couldn't have just like been the manager. You couldn't have been ringside for your
Supporting
boys.
your
Listen,
boys.
I
You
always
could have been
wanted
backstage, fucking, hitting the mic for them.
Yeah, but you're at all the pay-per-views with your little suit on, talking about.
He got his
You
little
were there.
show, Big Eats.
You were there, and you didn't go backstage and hype them up. Fuck you, man. You're done. I'm so proud of Kofi and Xavier for cutting the dead weight.
Oh man.
New Day lives on. New Day is stronger than it's ever been.
Are they still the New Day? Do they have like a new name?
No, still the New Day.
Are they like so they're not beefing now? Apparently, they're like a heel tag team.
New Day's
'Cause they
bigger
turn
than
out-
Big E.
Their joined hatred for Big E.
They brought them together.
Mended their
You know what?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
pissed me off last
Yeah.
week, and
Yeah,
you
they
got real
were beefing for a
disrespectful, and
second,
you banged Paige and this, that, and the third. But like,
He had to
we
throw
both
that in
hate
there.
this guy, so
Yeah.
we're cool.
Yeah.
They
Also,
should've-
like
they should have beat his ass. That would have been great.
it was so mean of Big E to have that big of a chest around Kofi, who has that little bird chest. You know what I mean? Like that's fucked up. That's just
He is
rubbing it
way
in his
bigger
face.
kind of than
It's just
both
starts
of
to
them
get into some
together.
movies, man. His acting was
Do you know the story of
saw
Kofi's
like
chest?
the tears and all that stuff. Big Show
talked
did
about
it.
it.
Right?
Big Show fucking smacked his chest in.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not
I
even
did
joking.
not know
Big Show
this.
hit him so hard in the chest that his muscle deteriorated.
yeah.
Wow, that's really insane.
Because if you look at him when he debuted, he had a full
A normal
Oh,
human
Big
chest.
Show did it. Oh, and now it's Big E. I
He just
see
hates
the
big
connection
guys.
there. He's
Damn,
big guys.
yeah,
Well, they're
damn.
related.
who wear singlets.
Well,
But
look,
yeah, I mean, wait, hold on. You see, like Big E's Mia Yim's sister. Apparently, he's dating her, and they're like talking shit.
That's
Kofi-
Mia Yim's sister.
Yeah.
What? That's so funny. She looked familiar. I was like,
And Kofi's like-
oh.
They
Or
both
not
like
Kofi,
both that family likes big black dudes.
Xavier, I know.
It's
Yeah, yeah.
Big E and Keith Lee.
Big E and Keith Lee.
Yeah.
yo, Woody.
Apparently, they were
Oh
like
my God.
talking shit on like
Oh, it's great, man. She did not hold
when we bought
back.
our house, I was looking forward to having you guys over. I was planning on making 2 different meals to satisfy Kofi's vegan palate and Xavier's childish taste buds.
whoa.
But since you two want to act like ungrateful crybabies, you can die. I'm like, Jesus.
Whoa.
Jesus.
I support her.
But then Xavier Woods was like, looks like I dodged a bullet by not having to pretend I enjoy a bland meal.
Wow, that is. Those are harsh
Do you think it
words.
leads up? Do you think Big E comes back?
Well,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. What
Does it
what is
lead
the
up?
prediction for Big E and this New Day tag team?
Is it like
I think this is a build up to Big E. coming
handicap
back.
match? Big E taking them both on at WrestleMania.
I think weren't there rumblings earlier this year like, hey, like he has like another doctor's appointment and
Yeah.
like
He's
we'll
apparently
know
supposed to
for
be cleared.
sure,
Yeah.
like if it's never again or if it's something we can work towards. And
Yeah.
I never heard anything after that.
And-
And so I
I
feel like
want-
this is a good sign. I would only assume it's a great sign. You know
Because
what
they
I
kept
mean?
him
Yeah.
around and kept him
Yeah.
busy and doing stuff, and now
Right.
it's like, oh, now you're pretty much cleared to go. Like, all
And
right,
he
like,
said-
how
he
do
said
we
he
get you
was-
back into the story?
He
Kinda?
said he was like ready to be around and ready to be part of things.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get that unless you have positive talk. But when
Right.
he does come back, I want his girl to be his manager.
I'd be sick.
You didn't read my favorite tweet. She
and then
said.
Keith Lee comes back,
My favorite tweet. She said
and then it's Keith Lee and Big E versus the New Day.
Wait, there was more tweets. I only saw the.
there was
me
one.
too.
She said to Xavier Woods, said if the biggest achievement of my 10+ year career was a Burger King crown, I'd be a hating ass bitch too.
Wow. Talk about
Amazing.
a burial.
This is what
Yeah,
I would
she
say.
should definitely come back as his manager.
that would be
From a hater to a hater, fucking top notch work.
Yeah,
absolute.
Woody's actually candidate for Hater of the Year this
Yes.
year.
I would-
Listen, I'm Fingers crossed, guys.
Fingers crossed, guys.
He's gonna win the suplexy for hater of the
Yeah,
year.
it's him, Drew McIntyre, and Rikishi on his podcast.
I think Mi Chin's sister too is gonna might get some-
She's made a
Honorable
mad
bitch.
dash for contender.
Yeah,
here.
yeah, she jumped up in the
Them
rankings
yims,
real
man.
quick.
Them yims.
Yeah.
And Yim's got yams too.
Them yims got yams.
Oh yeah, because there's have you ever seen those little TikToks Mia Yim makes of just like with all the wrestlers? I don't know if you've seen the trend. It's like they're running. They're like,
Oh,
officer.
yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yes,
they
I
give them
saw
a
this
description,
actually
but they
last
just say the
night,
most
yeah.
like
They was like,
insulting thing.
suspect is running to smoke weed out back. It was like Liv Morgan.
Yeah, and she said, and she had Jey Uso. She's like, suspect is running because his license is suspended.
Suspended.
Wow.
And he looked legit like fucking pissed.
Oh,
Yo,
my
that shit
God.
was funny as shit. You see
Yeah.
him like running, like laughing, and he just turns around like,
Yeah, I seen one of them on Instagram actually last night. It's so funny.
yeah, they were funny.
So it's just a family of haters over there. The
Yeah,
Yims.
for real. Woody should go join up with them.
But yeah, Keith
feel
Lee,
like Keith Lee
contract
and
runs
Big
out of
E now, like that.
AEW. They bring him back to WWE.
Yeah, so
I
he
think
could,
that guy's
be
dealing with
injured.
some health problems like Big E is. I don't know if he's okay.
They just like
Well,
pounce.
he's got the COVID long COVID heart
some
issues.
long ass
Yeah.
fucking COVID because that was a while
like
ago.
Bray Wyatt issues.
That's
shit.
fucked.
He has the same thing that killed Bray Wyatt,
know,
I
it's
think,
so
but it's
fucked.
he actually caught it in
R.I.P.
time.
Yeah, the Gilmans buried him last night.
Who?
On,
Who?
Keith Lee.
Or Bray Wyatt, because I was like,
No,
he got
no,
buried.
not
They-
Bray
oh
Wyatt.
my
Not
God.
Bray Wyatt.
That makes
No, they
sense.
buried
He's
Keith
been-
Lee. They buried
buried.
Keith Lee. Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, what about this tag team though? Where do they go from here?
Fucking to the top. New Day is one of the best tag
Hopefully
teams
they
of all
fucking
time.
take it off of Finn Balor and JD McDonough because they're not doing shit with
Well,
that.
you also people forget that these two guys are fucking workers.
Yeah.
Like they don't put on those work rate matches very often because they choose not to, not because they can't. Like Xavier's an amazing ring worker.
He's a legend. He's been around for so long. I was watching him when I was like 6 years old in TNA.
Apollo Creed.
Apollo Creed, bro.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
So they bring back that kind of. It'd be weird seeing Kofi like heel.
I love it. It's
He's
what
always
they
been,
need
like, such a happy
because they got
go-lucky-
stale. They got stale when Big E left and abandoned them, and they didn't know what they were going to do for a while. You
Well-
kind of like, what happened to the New
Yeah,
Day?
I mean, we learned that he's not really Jamaican, and now we learned that he's not really a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what? I think they're in for a repackage. I think a new theme and a new name would even be fucking sick. Because it's just like, you know what? Fuck that shit.
All
It's a
that
new
happy-
day,
It's
whether
a
you
new
like it or
day.
not.
Yeah, they're like heel. They're like the
Or
New
just
Day,
like
but they're
a
all
brand
mean.
new
They're not
day.
dancing
You know what I mean?
and
Just
shit
like
like
one
that.
more words, like a brand new day, or just like a newer day. Or
There's
just
like no.
It's the newest day. Yes, it is.
Well, it's like what did they when they did when the Usos broke up and he started using the "It's just me, Us."
Oh, yeah.
Like, and just like switch it. It's like it's just us. It's just
just
us.
another
Yes, it
day.
is. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And they're not happy anymore. There's no more rainbows and unicorns. It's like all dark. I don't know.
What's that, like thunder clouds and
Yeah.
narwhals?
it's like a bad acid
Narwhals.
trip.
But
yeah,
I-
that's what I'm saying.
I do know one thing. This is looking pretty promising for them and all, but they're gonna have to fucking deal with the Wyatt Six at some point because those guys are super,
glad
they
super
hate
when
anal,
their family-
super
Your family.
anal about
Yeah, yeah.
abandoning your friends and
Yeah,
family.
I do
So
hate that.
I know that's gonna be someone they're gonna have to deal with down the line. And it's not gonna be a fun time for them.
I
I'll
didn't
tell you
think
that
about
much.
that. Yeah.
They're gonna fucking wake up with like bullet holes in their head and all that crazy shit and
yeah, they.
Next
yeah,
to Lucas is gonna have a voodoo doll of Kofi.
yeah, they do hate that.
kidnappings and
They
all sorts of
definitely hate
shenanigans.
that. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
You got to be careful with a like backwater group of white people kidnapping two black men.
Yeah, and
That's a
Bo's
slippery slope.
And Bo's only looking more and more like Bray. Like he's
It's
like channeling that man.
crazy,
I don't want
man.
anything to
Yeah.
do with that. Please stay away from me.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty-
terrifying.
It's getting very
pretty
Black
terrifying.
Snake Moan.
I like that.
That's the opposite, though. That's the opposite. Christina Ricci in that movie. Hey, yo.
All right. Let's not have another heck incident.
Something about a woman with a chain around her body. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you feel me?
Well, look,
Bit chain.
guys, it is almost time for us to go. But we do have a couple quick hits and some shop notes before we leave. Number one, we saw the WWE starting to use these light.
What is it? Because you guys said
Okay.
the Eagles done it.
So here's what it is, right? Because I don't know what it's called, but I know how to explain it. Basically, like at the Eagles game, they put up like a QR code or like some kind of code on the screen, like on the Jumbotron, and you scan it with your phone, and it downloads this app. And then when they say, "Yo, turn on the app," it'll flash your flashlight in a certain pattern. So
Okay.
like when they did, I saw like some Hall of Fame ceremony, and it, like they flashed like the beat of the music or like whatever kind of stuff. Fireworks go off, all the lights go up and stuff like that. So it's gonna be. I could see them using it for like the Wyatt Six. Speaking of. Like when everybody puts their phones up, like if there was some kind of.
I think they could do like you know like the wires, like the QR codes, like the little sneaky kind of stuff. It's like Morse code.
I mean, yeah, like they
Phone, like,
basically they
blinks,
can
like,
make
a certain-
your light like flash a certain way.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a very cool thing that
I don't trust it. It sounds like
It'd be
malware.
cool if they could get like colors. So you got to give them access to your
Sounds
phone,
like
right?
malware.
I mean, I couldn't see
You
it.
got to give them
I
access.
don't want
to
Triple
your...
H looking at my porn.
He's like, yeah, just like sign a social security number, you know. And
Mother's
then,
maiden
Add
name.
your social security.
It sounds like I don't think it's malware. I've done it at least for the Eagles. I've done it there.
Oh.
It's, but no, it is. It's cool, and it definitely could add.
that's how they
something
get you.
Interesting.
Saquon Barkley has your
My-
credit
Your
card
bank account
information.
info.
I mean,
right.
listen, you know what? He could have it.
You know what? He can have it.
So yeah, I don't know how this could be used. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but it'll
Definitely some
be
fun
cool.
stuff can be, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just going into this Netflix era, everything is gonna be
Yeah.
upped.
Digital.
Yeah. Even those cinematic movies.
Yeah. Oh my god. Next up, Baron Corbin is a jiu-jitsu champion.
Yeah, let's go.
Shout out to Happy Corbin.
At least he's winning championships somewhere.
Somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
What? He took second place, guys. It was
Oh,
he
really?
took silver. He
Oh.
took silver.
So it's like winning
Okay.
an Intercontinental belt.
That's pretty impressive. Still, it's funny because
Mid-card.
he's standing on the podium, and
He's
the
like
picture
taller than
he's
it.
like taller than the guy who won gold, because he's just tall as shit.
Wait, does that mean that guy beat him up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if he fought him directly or if it was like a tournament where you get points for the matches you win and how you win them. But yeah, the fact that like this dude is doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu right now, he is happily like competing in real like martial arts. So
What,
everyone
wrestling's not real?
also let's forget that real martial arts. I'd say it's not a real martial art.
Real to me,
Um,
damn it.
They always said it every time he came up. He was a Gold Glove boxer.
Yes. I never knew he did like jiu-jitsu.
And now he's
NFL
also a
player,
medal-winning jiu-jitsu. That dude's kind of might just be a legit badass.
Bro, he played in the NFL. Bro, if you're like
Arizona
And he makes
Cardinals.
amazing barbecue.
Yeah.
Arizona
I've seen
Cardinals
that.
lineman.
Dude, if you're succeeding in sports and different sports at
And he's-
major levels, it's just like you're okay. I'm scared of you. Like I don't care what sports they are. It's like I'm scared of you immediately.
Does he?
It
Is
could
he?
be tennis and fucking soccer.
Is
That's
he
scary.
killing it across the board? Like jiu-jitsu, Gold Glove, NFL, wrestling was great. Barbecue is killer. Married to a hot Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Like
Kind of. I mean,
Where-
he's like a
where-
Renaissance man.
yeah, like he's not
Renaissance
missing.
man.
I think they were so jealous of him they had to do like the whole bum ass Baron Corbin gimmick. Like I think they were like, "Fuck this guy's like." Everybody backstage was like, "This guy's just too on." Like, we need
Corbin
to,
had
like, bring him
mustard
down.
on
a
How
his
can we
couple-
bring him
He was-
down?
He was talking about that too, where he was so invested in that he was like that the whole way. He was like that backstage before the show too, to the point where like the daughters of it was like Fox was one when that came over when they did the Fox deal. The daughters of one of like the CEOs asked if they could give him her allowance because he felt bad for him. Like people were trying
Wow,
to
he
give him
was
like
so
$20
in
bills.
kayfabe.
Like when he walked out.
I wonder if he like
so
stunk.
sad. He was
He probably
that
smelled like
sad.
shit.
I
Yeah,
think, I'm sure
and he was
dude,
always like covered in stains and stuff. That's so good.
And his
one of the
hair
best
was like all
storylines.
patchy.
Yeah, that
and
was so
shit.
good. I love that. I love that.
I didn't know he was Native American, but his hair was Apache.
Doo-doo.
No, don't do
On
that.
that note,
Please. Yeah.
Good
Next-
luck transitioning from that.
It's really hard.
Apache.
because I'm so
Speaking of
furious.
Apache, Tatanka's in the news
okay,
today.
okay. No, next up, Cody Rhodes this week was on Jimmy Fallon, and he told a very interesting story about how he went to his high school reunion and he did not bring his belt, which is breaking wrestling rules, I guess. You're supposed to bring the belt everywhere. So he did not bring that, and he said that the people at his high school reunion were very disappointed.
I would have been disappointed too. Even when Fallon Henley came here and she has the NXT.
That's so true.
She had
Wow.
her belt with her.
Wow, we had a perfect real-life example.
Jimmy
right
Fallon
here.
Henley.
Are they related?
Doo-doo. No. Okay.
I also don't like that he refers to as a belt. I don't think wrestlers are supposed to refer to it as a belt.
A
It's
belt
title.
holds up your
Vince McMahon
pants.
would never.
Yeah.
A belt holds up your
Well-
damn pants.
Vince McMahon would never
Let's
let
probably
that
not
happen.
talk about what Vince McMahon will and won't do.
Pat
but-
McAfee would disagree. then. That's not talking about Vince. Yeah, Pat McAfee had a big tirade about that as well.
Did he?
When they don't call it a belt, you call it a title. It's an earned thing. It doesn't, And he said that made the line that holds up your pants.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
I wish Cody Rhodes would have gave Jimmy Fallon a fucking crossroads and maybe like a Cody cutter during this interview.
At least a disaster
table.
kick. At least a disaster kick.
Hold on, because they've had this go wrong many times before, i.e. Vince, or not Vince, Hulk
Hogan
and the guy from SVU.
Munch.
Munch, when he bashed his head in. So maybe we don't.
That guy's dead.
Not from Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
no.
not
No,
from
I
Hulk
think
Hogan.
I think it was long term.
Long-term LTST.
I think the most important news to this for me personally was this story told me that Jimmy Fallon was still on the air, which I did not know.
He's like, yeah, man. It's
Well,
I
knew-
know Cody's invited to the barbecue. Is he going to be at the Roots barbecue?
Good question.
I knew Jimmy Fallon was still on the air because the Rizzler and Big Justin and AJ and Big Justice were all on the other week.
Yeah, you're not. The Rizzler does remind me of how much I respect JBL.
Finally, before we get out of here, JBL says that if Jeff Jarrett won't hit the Rizzler with the guitar,
Kid just stole your whole spotlight.
he will give him a clothesline.
And if neither of them will do it, I'll give him a big boot. I don't care.
I'm torn because
I give him 5 booms.
yeah, I'm torn because JBL's been killing it lately. I've always loved him. He's great, but like I love the Riz kid, man. I don't want to see that little guy.
I will
hurt.
say this: as much as I talk shit about them, I do have a Sam's Club membership, but my girlfriend took me to Costco, and I felt so disappointed.
Did you get a
Like,
double chunk chocolate cookie?
No.
Oh.
She even asked me because I told her about the dumbness of it, and she was like, "You didn't get one of the chicken things?" I'm like, "Nope, I didn't get a chicken bake."
Did
Fuck that
Did
shit.
you get a hot dog?
No, they had some
Pizza?
good lasagna.
No.
You're a psychopath. What's wrong with
If you go there, you go to the commissary. A hot dog and a soda.
Commissary, what are you back in the Bad Hair Bandit?
Commentary.
This is jail. This is prison.
It's the commissary. That's
I'm
what
pretty sure it's called like the
Woody
cafeteria.
treats fucking Costco like prison.
Right?
The commissary.
this way you get a hot dog and a soda for $1.50.
That's jail.
Which
shit.
I'm just like,
Good deal.
I don't care. That's fucking great. You get a slice of pizza for $1. It's good pizza. You tear off the crust of the pizza. You wrap the hot dog in the pizza, and you have a pepperoni pigs in a blanket. Oh, fuck out of here! It's
you're
amazing.
gonna be looking like Dave Blunt's here. You're not gonna be able to get off the couch if you keep eating like that.
I'll be looking like the Rizzler and fucking what's Fat Justice, whatever his name is.
Fat Justice.
Did I get it
I
wrong?
guess-
He's gonna have a match with AJ now.
Yeah, Woody's taking JBL's side on this one, I guess.
Yeah, hit kids.
It's gonna be Woody versus AJ. Just one.
I will absolutely destroy them in the ring.
All right, well, look, it's time for us to get out of here, guys. But before we do, as always, make sure you guys subscribe. Give us that 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Make sure to watch our YouTube channel, Mystery Vines
Give
Theater.
us those 5 suplexes.
Yes, give us 5 suplexes.
Suplex.
Make sure to watch Suplex and Chill. Make sure to tune in on Grappling with the Gilmans. Those kids kill it. Make sure to hit our Instagram, svw.worldwide, as well as our TikTok and Twitter.
And Mystery Violence Theater 3000 as well.
I said that already.
When
you
is
forgot
that? When's the new episodes dropping for those? Because I'm
Coming to our
excited about
Patreon
it.
soon.
Oh.
I love the intro. The intro's amazing.
Those are
I'm so
coming soon.
excited for that
Those
to
are coming
drop.
soon. We're going to have some big announcements about that coming up. But before we get out of here, is there anything else, guys?
No, man. we
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
wrap
stay
this
tuned.
up.
There's something big coming up for the holidays if you're local. Keep an eye on that Instagram.
Yes.
Or if you feel like
Some
traveling.
hardcore holiday shit.
Yes. Make sure you keep an eye on our Instagram and stay tuned. And with that,
Stay tapped in.
Yup.
always stay tapped
Always
in.
tap in. Don't tap out. You guys don't understand that 5-star review goes a long way. Like,
It does.
we're a small podcast. 5-star review goes a long way.
Yes,
for
and a
us.
review.
Tell a friend,
please.
tell a friend.
Please.
5-star frog splash that, John.
Yeah.
RVD it.
Yeah,
Rate a
just
review.
don't regram some bullshit Kardashian thing today and just help us out instead. You know what I mean? Fuck the
Fact.
Costco kids.
Oh, well, why are you bringing them in?
Do us. You
You didn't
know?
have to bring that in.
Put us over one time instead of those.
I want to be on Jimmy Kimmel.
Guys, you know what?
Alan.
I finally put my finger on it. Dave Blunt's looks like Viscera.
Big Daddy V.
I think it looks more like King Mabel.
Yeah, King. I mean, King Mabel. That guy.
Dave Blunt's won the King of the Ring. What year was that?
1994, Living Beanbag. Dave
All
Blunt.
right. With that, we out.